What a little bitch.
The first episode of HBO's The Penguin raises expectations for the spin-off of The Batman, introducing a fresh yet oddly familiar vision of Gotham. Colin Farrell's portrayal of Oz is a reimagined character with a unique backstory and a different kind of influence compared to the previous live-action interpretations of the Penguin. However, this Gotham feels like a long-lost companion, rooted in decades of DC mythology. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Penguin. So this series is set immediately after the events of The Batman. The premiere reveals a city in turmoil. The Riddler's followers have wreaked havoc on the poorer districts, especially Crown Point, while the affluent continue their lives largely unaffected. Beneath this chaos, the dynamics of organized crime are evolving, and Farrell's Penguin sees a chance to rise. This captivating opening episode delves into profound themes, drawing viewers into Oz's world and leaving them enchanted.
But my father isn't around anymore to reward you with fancy.
Meaning behind Dolly Parton's Icarwetsit, 9 to 5 inches. The first episode of The Penguin opens with a haunting score by Michael Giacchino, reminiscent of The Batman, setting a dark and moody atmosphere. However, as the closing credits roll, the upbeat strains of Dolly Parton's Library, 9 to 5 inches, create a striking contrast. This choice of song is not merely a reflection of Oz's eclectic taste in music, it carries a deeper significance. According to creator Lauren LaFranc, Oz is a complex character. Oz is such a different guy, he's really a wild man, he's hard to pin down, hinting at layers beneath his surface. 9 to 5 inches transcends Oz's quirky persona. It serves as a powerful symbol of equality. The song, originally composed for the film of the same name, resonates with themes of female empowerment and rebellion against oppressive authority. The 1990 movie, featuring Parton, tells the story of women who take matters into their own hands, overthrowing their arrogant, sexist boss and revitalizing their workplace with newfound productivity. This anthem encapsulates the fantasy of anyone who has ever felt they could outperform their superior. Yet it also speaks to the idea of pouring oneself a cup of ambition and dismantling corrupt power structures. While Oz Cobb may be on the wrong side of the law, he perceives himself as a champion for his class, battling against the elites to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his, and, by extension, what belongs to others like him. In this way, he has embraced 9 to 5 inches as his personal rallying cry for transformation.
Real generous.
Pop always said you were a good soldier. It's what he liked most about you.
Reason behind Alberto Falcone's death. In the opening act of The Penguin Episode 1, Oz's rash decision to murder Alberto Falcone sets a dark and intense tone for the series. This impulsive act reveals a significant flaw in Oz's character, his deep-seated need for respect. Despite understanding that he requires Alberto's influence to ascend the treacherous ranks of Gotham's underworld, Oz is unable to tolerate the reminder of his own insecurities. The act of shooting Alberto is not merely a reaction to an insult, it is a response to the painful truth that he feels he does not belong. This moment encapsulates Oz's relentless drive for power and the lengths he will go to preserve his self-image, even if it leads him to commit an absurd act like killing a mob heir. While Oz is undeniably unpredictable, he possesses a remarkable ability to devise complex schemes for self-preservation, showcasing his true strengths, adaptability, and resilience. His emotional response to Alberto's taunts is crucial, as it highlights his tendency to act without fully considering the consequences, a flaw rooted in his arrogance. He orchestrates a plan to frame Sal Maroni for Alberto's murder, naively believing that the Maronis will prioritize their reputation over the truth. This assumption is flawed, yet it reflects how Oz perceives the elite circles he is trying to infiltrate. However, Oz's strategy to redirect the Falcones' focus onto the Maronis is nothing short of brilliant. Sal Maroni finds himself imprisoned in Blackgate due to Carmine Falcone's betrayal of the mob's code. Although Sal was the one who took the fall, it is Oz who cleverly manipulates the situation to restore the Maronis' power for his own gain. By doing so, he not only alleviates Sofia's suspicions regarding Alberto's murder, but also shakes the very foundations of Gotham's criminal landscape. The full extent of his cunning will soon unfold.
You know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me.
Sophia and Penguin's ground. From the very first episode, the theme of performance resonates deeply within the Penguin. What's Oz, an outsider in the treacherous world of organized crime, strives to carve out his place despite his humble beginnings. He dons what he believes to be sophisticated attire and drives a car he considers impressive, all in a bid to cultivate the right image. Meanwhile, Sofia Falcone grapples with a similar struggle. She confides in Oz that the upscale restaurant her father frequented during her childhood feels too extravagant for her liking. She recounts a memory of him paying her to keep her elbows off the table, highlighting her discomfort with the expectations placed upon her. For both Oz and Sofia, the need to conform is a crucial aspect of Gotham's power dynamics. Oz yearns to be part of this elite circle, even as he professes a desire to dismantle it. He idolizes mobster Rex Calabrese, whom he recalls as a kind-hearted and respected figure in the community, a character inspired by Selina Kyle's father in the DC Comics universe. Oz aspires to embody that role, attempting to shed his past, largely influenced by his mother's belief that he is entitled to greatness. On the flip side, Sofia represents a different facet of this narrative, a woman entrenched in the mob's inner workings. LaFranc has made it clear that her character serves as a critique of the typical portrayal of women in gangster stories. Her anecdote about her father's insistence on her conformity underscores her struggle to fit into a world that often seeks to define her.
Run! I'm sorry. Don't move, you twat-faced little prick!
Is Victor Penguin's new Robin? Beneath the surface, Oz finds himself reconsidering his intention to eliminate Victor, recognizing a shared fragility in the young man from Gotham. When Victor stammers, desperately begging for his life during their initial encounter, Oz is momentarily stunned, and his fury begins to fade. In Victor, he sees a reflection of his own struggles, connecting the boy's speech difficulties to his own clubfoot, an imperfection he has fought hard to conceal. Yet, as with many things, the true depth lies beyond mere appearances. Victor serves not only as a unique character, but also as a mirror for the audience, providing Oz with a platform to express his beliefs in a manner that transcends simple exposition. He mentors Victor while simultaneously guiding the viewers, with Vic embodying the voice of Gotham's marginalized communities. When Oz offers him the allure of power and riches seized from the elite, he extends that promise to all of Gotham, positioning himself as the charming successor to Rex Calabrese. You can already glimpse the role he envisions for himself when he re-emerges in The Batman Part 2.
Yes! Fucking yes!
Okay.
No,
Sofia Falcone's crimes. Following the influential storyline of DC Comics' The Long Halloween, Batman Dark Victory introduced a chilling new figure to Gotham's underbelly, a serial killer targeting police officers connected to Harvey Dent, aiming to frame Dent for the gruesome acts. The true identity of the murderer was revealed to be Sofia Falcone, who gruesomely displayed her victims by hanging them and attaching clues reminiscent of a hangman's game. Her violent spree was driven by a desire for vengeance against Two-Face, who had taken her father's life after the truth about the holiday killer, her brother Alberto, came to light. In the first episode of The Penguin, it is established that Sofia has recently been released from Arkham Asylum. She adopts the moniker The Hangman, hinting that elements of Dark Victory's narrative may unfold. However, without the groundwork laid by The Long Halloween or the involvement of Two-Face, this adaptation will inevitably take a different direction. Nevertheless, the crucial detail that Sofia has been wrongfully accused of several murders remains a significant part of her backstory. What movie is it? Why it's important? The symbolism woven into Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 Inches finds a parallel in the first episode of The Penguin, which cleverly references a nearly 80-year-old film to convey deeper themes. When Oz and Victor pay a visit to Francis Cobb, they find themselves captivated by Gilda, the iconic film noir, featuring Rita Hayworth and Glenn Ford, famously known as the film that the inmates watch in The Shawshank Redemption. Oz is spellbound as he watches Hayworth's character perform Put the Blame on Mame, a song he interprets as a commentary on scapegoating, which sparks his own scheme to evade responsibility for Albertos' murder. This moment is pivotal for Oz, marking a significant turning point in his journey. However, Gilda offers even more layers that enhance its relevance to the scene. The Penguin draws heavily from the film noir genre, with its light lighting and aesthetic reminiscent of the 1940s. Although presented in color, the oppressive atmosphere of Gotham is steeped in shadows and muted tones, evoking the feel of a classic black and white film. The narrative of Gilda also mirrors the themes present in The Penguin. At its core, it revolves around a love triangle involving Gilda Farrell, played by Ford, and Munson, the casino manager portrayed by George McCready. The fiery past between Gilda and Farrell ignites further tension when she marries Munson, who has ties to organized crime. Yet Gilda transcends the typical film noir narrative, presenting subtexts that challenged Hollywood's stringent iges during its era. A crucial aspect of the story is the revelation that the relationship between Farrell and Munson was meant to be more than just professional, and that Hayworth's Gilda embodies more than just the archetype of a femme fatale or a mere plot device. In The Penguin, two elements stand out. Gilda is portrayed as a strong female character with her own agency, and her entanglements with both Munson and Farrell create a complex web of conflict where none of the characters emerge unscathed. Ultimately, Gilda serves as a precursor to both Sofia, the empowered female figure, and Oz, who finds himself at the heart of a tumultuous conflict. So this was for today's, folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
Now what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.